What's the matter, Ronnie? Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, I heard the Thanksgiving episode, and you...
Go ahead. Go ahead and say it. I died. I got exploded into a bazillion little bits. And those cowards, Ernie and the Masked Plump, left. Decided they weren't good enough for me, my show. Took it over. Created some cockamamie talk show. And then I got like sort of laryngitis and didn't feel like recording all of it. So here we are. Where are those two?
They're afraid to come in.
Guys, come in. It's okay. I don't mind that you blew me up.
My question is, how are you back?
How else were we going to do the fucking Christmas special?
Oh yeah, that's right. Christmas is around the corner.
Christmas is in 2 days, dude.
Whoa. Really sneaks up on you, doesn't it?
Well, not if you've been paying attention.
I personally cannot wait for this Christmas special.
Yeah, me neither, Monster Mash. Thanks for calling us.
I told you not to call me Monster Mash. Yeah, I told you not to call him Monster Mash. And see, our voices are different.
Yeah, I guess so. Different enough. Let's hit it.
You are now listening to the Swortz Dreamboat presents Not Scary Stories, the Christmas Special, starring Swortz Dreamboat, Ernie, the Masked Plump, and Ronnie. I'm your announcer, and I sure hope that I don't get exploded. I don't know what I was doing taking this job, and for no money. And here's your host, Swortz Dreamboat.
Thank you so much. Well, looks like we're all back here. I want to apologize to the listeners out there. Got a little sick, got a little lazy, probably more lazy than sick, wouldn't you say?
We recorded my talk show.
Yeah, but we can't put that out. That's not good. That's just not good. And you know, we're good. It's gonna happen though. You know, after this, for the new year. Let's just say for the new year. There's gonna be a couple of shows.
You're seriously still considering launching like a podcast empire and you can't handle this one?
I can handle this one just fine, my friend, okay? And we don't need to start with the bickering. And as a matter of fact, I should be the only one allowed to yell, as I was fucking murdered on the last fucking show, okay? The only reason I was allowed to come back is because you recorded kind of a bunk talk show, and I didn't even get a chance to record my shit. You know why?
Because you're lazy.
Because I'm lazy. I'm not going to go ahead and lie to everybody here. You know, especially at the end of the year, I just don't want to do anything. I have to go to fucking work tomorrow. I have work tomorrow. I mean, it's my fault. I didn't request the time early enough, and then I ran out of PTO. You know how that goes. And then I just got my PTO back. So I actually had today off, which was nice. I got a nice little breakfast in there, you know.
What'd you have?
I had 2 pieces of toast, yogurt.
What kind of yogurt?
Blueberry, light and fit.
Oh, delectable. Very continental breakfast of you.
That's what it felt like. And then I had like a string cheese and a banana. So yeah, it was very much like a continental breakfast.
Did you have coffee?
I had coffee to start the day. I didn't have coffee with that meal. I had a glass of water.
Wow, look at you. That's a really healthy little breakfast.
Oh, yeah, but don't worry, I ruined it at lunch. I had leftover Chinese food and, like, a good amount, you know? Enough to make a decent plate.
Hey, tell me something. Do you order an extra egg roll when you're ordering Chinese food specifically to eat with the leftovers?
Yeah, this isn't my first rodeo. You gotta do it. You gotta do it. Or else that's how the cycle perpetuates itself. Like, you're going to end up getting Chinese food again within the next day or two if you don't get that leftovers egg roll.
See, I like spring rolls.
Nobody was talking to you, Ernie.
Well, fuck you, man.
Fuck you, man. You didn't bring any of those fucking guns with you, did you?
Well, I did, but they're in the Plump's truck.
All right, well, we'll keep them there. Anyway, I like spring rolls too, honestly. But, like, you know, give me an egg roll. There used to be a great spot right near my house. I mean, it's still a great spot. I'm not going to mention their name because I am going to trash their egg rolls. They used to have regular egg rolls, like regular delicious egg rolls. And I don't know if they just started to hand roll them themselves, but they're like spring rolls now. But there's no meat in them. Like, there's like a speck of pork in the middle.
You know, it might not be pork.
We're not here to perpetuate any stereotypes, Ernie. It's pork.
What would you do if you found out you were eating cats? You love cats.
I mean, I guess it would still mean that I still really love cats, you know? Just a bit more than I thought I did in the past. Of course, in order to become a cat, you must consume a cat.
Don't freak your cat out.
She's right there. And I don't freak her out. She freaks me out. So what have you guys been up to during this unofficial break?
Oh, well, I started a new job, actually.
Oh, did you? Yeah?
Yeah, I work security at the mall.
The mall. The mall is damn near closed. Why does it need security?
Oh, it needs security more than ever now. Bunch of martial artists going in there every day fighting in the parking lot. That's where I come in. I put down 4 or 5 guys last week.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do? Insult their mothers?
No, not like that. Like, I mean, like, you know, I took them down, you know, like by force. My training kicked in. My wrestling training kicked in. And these dudes, they came up and they wanted to grapple. So I was like, you want to grapple? I'm going to grapple with you, baby. Oh, yeah. And then, you know what happened?
Did you just, oh, yeah, like the Macho Man? Could you be sued for doing that?
No, it's that was like, I was, you know, an homage to the Macho Man, Randy Savage. May he rest in peace. But they wanted to grapple, so I'm grappling, you know, I'm grappling. And, you know, I fight dirty, you know. I was in the hardcore circuit, you know, speaking of Chinese food, in China, the hardcore circuit in China, man. And, like, the real underground shit, like we used to duke it out in all the mall parking lots. And I saw some fucking rock salt, and I threw it in his face, and, you know, I got a chain, and I started beating him with it, you know. And then that's when, the cops came to break it all up, and I got arrested with the guys, but they let me out once they saw they respect the uniform, you know. Sounds to me like you're just dressing up as a security guard and fucking around in the mall parking lot. Yeah, but there's a paycheck involved, okay?
There probably was a paycheck involved. There's no way you kept that job after you were fired. How much were you making an hour?
Well, you know, it was like, $5.50. But, like, you know, it's something, you know.
550, Jesus Christ.
Well, there's not really much to watch in them. I mean, aside from the martial arts fights in the parking lot, there's probably not much going on inside. I remember I was looking for fun ways to get steps in during the winter, and
Like dancing steps? Like you're gonna like a mambo? Do.
No, not like like walking steps.
Oh. When did you quit?
Shut the fuck up, Ernie. So I went to the mall, like the old mall, and like there was nothing. Like it was like there's like a few things that are still open, but like you could play this cool game where like, you know, you're like a guy who disappeared, you know, from his small town, and then like 20 years later he comes back and he's in the mall and he's just remembering how it was, and like, you know, like there was like fucking people, like flashbacks to when it was like really popular, you know.
Why does the guy have to be gone? Why do you have to add that element of him being gone?
Because I was gone, you know, like I left for a while.
Yeah, but when you left, the mall was like still dead, you know. Like, you left in what, 2008? Like the mall was on its last fucking leg. Now, I mean, the fact that it's still even open.
Yeah, but there's one there's one in another town not too far from that mall that's actually still kind of thriving, you know. They got a food court and stuff. I get my glasses there.
At the food court?
No, at the glasses place. It's right by the food court though. They got a Buffalo Wild Wings too.
I haven't tried Buffalo Wild Wings because there's plenty of places to already get good wings. How can I trust a chain restaurant?
Exactly, Ronnie. It's the same reason why I haven't eaten there. You know, I swear, sometimes it's all like we're the same guy. You know, I could make you guys laugh. I could put in laughter.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be genuine. Plus, you made that joke the last podcast. We get it. We're all you.
All right. Well, I think it's time we tell a story.
We're actually going to tell a story?
Yeah, we didn't do that last time, I don't think. I really don't remember the Thanksgiving episode all that much.
I wonder why.
But probably because I was stoned.
That was the joke.
Take it easy there, Ronnie. All right? Didn't you die once? You're lucky you came back. Your voice sounds too similar to the Plump.
Yeah, but we figured it out, you know. I feel like it's much more comfortable to do now than, you know. Ronnie, are you going to be, when we do the split shows, are you going to be on our show or his show? Well, that depends. Are you going to kill me at the end of this show?
No, nobody's getting killed at the end of the show.
Well, I mean, I don't know, man. We might have to, because, like, you know, how are you going to get to where you're supposed to go?
That is true. I guess I didn't think about that. Spoiler alert, I'm probably going to be blown up at the end of this episode. But that's cool, because last time, it cracked my back really nice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to launch into our first story. So get ready for the first story.
The first story is called Rascal Cat and Christmas Magic.
Wait, I think we did a version of that for the Christmas show last time.
This is going to be you telling the story.
Oh, okay. So there I was, visiting my friends in old Brooklyn, New York. First went to my buddy Nick's house, and like we were hanging out, you know, we got a little stoned, and then we went over to the bar, you know, and you know, I don't usually tie one on like this, but like, you know, we were hanging out with old friends, like sometimes the rules just kind of disappear, you know, they dissolve, they go right out the fucking window. So I got nice and day drunk, and it was a special day drunk because like I didn't get tired. So usually when I day drink, like a nap is required almost immediately after, like, you know, the fifth beer is sunk. I really don't got it anymore. I can't go the distance like I used to, nor would I want to, you know. I was a different person back then. I had a different liver back then. I had a different constitution back then. Nowadays, you know, that's what it's like, you know, when you're sniffing 40's ass. That's kind of what it's like. Although this was 2 years ago, I would say, maybe even 3. So I was in my not so late 30s, but still in my late 30s. Anyway, after we were done day drinking, we went day eating and got a food, and then we met up with our other buddy Ian. And, you know, that guy knows how to party. He's usually partying with a bunch of party supplies. You know, he had the funny mushrooms and the wacky weeds and all sorts of gummies and tinctures and fucking capsules, all THC, you know, because as I stated, we are old now and we can't really party like we once partied. But we could still smoke you young motherfuckers under the table. I don't give a fuck. We are professionals. And I don't give a shit if it's not something cool to brag about. I'm not doing it to brag or to be cool. I'm doing it because I'm old and my back hurts. And it makes my back not hurt. Also, it does wonders with anxiety. You know, when you have to go out in public. And I don't understand how people raw dog life. And they're just like, sober all the time. Like, how do you do that? Like, where's the fun in that? Like, listen, if I'm going to be forced to walk this earth, I'm going to be forced to walk this earth kind of hungry, a little paranoid, and with a little bit of dry mouth. You know, that's the way to live, you know. Oh, and the wonderful euphoria where it feels like angels are massaging your prostate. Any woodles. The night ended with me hanging out with Ian, and it was super late, you know. And this particular trip, I was going back to my friend Wendis's place, who lived in Ridgewood at the time. It still does, but she lived in a different spot in Ridgewood. And I started to think how funny it would be if her cat Rascal, who is beloved, he's a wonderful cat. We were roommates for a little while, me and Rascal, and like he's a good boy. He's God's boy. He's just a delight. He never once bad. He was never once bad in his entire life. There was a time where he went on a tirade and knocked a bunch of Wendis's stuff over and broke a TV. Even in that moment, he was not bad. As he'd play in the broken glass, he was not bad. And I cleaned some of it. I was rushing out of the city. There was a family emergency, and I came home to that. Because that's cats. That's cats. Life's little assholes. My cat is sleeping, so she can't hear. She had a big day. She went to the vet. Anyway, on the car ride home, because I took a car because I'm ritzy. Now that I don't live in New York, I can afford to do things in New York, like take cabs and eat the entire time that I'm there. Oh, what trauma! What fun it was for those 9 years. I'm in the cab ride, and I just start giggling because Ian gave me like a fucking a doozy. That's what the strain was called, a doozy in a capsule, and I took it, and it was kicking in. It was on top of everything else. My face was melty, and I had the fucking giggles like you wouldn't believe. And Rascal, this innocent angel cat, is so sweet that he is the reason, the sole reason Christmas exists. And he is the keeper of Christmas magic. But if you're like me and you really enjoy cats, like to the point where, like, you know, it might be a mental condition, you have your cat voice. And not to offend anybody's ears, you've been warned. This is my cat voice.
So, get Rascal some ice cream. He's a pretty little baby, a kitty little baby, a pretty little baby man. He is also the keeper of Christmas magic.
So, when I got back to Wendis's place, I was so excited to tell her partner, to tell Rascal's brother Chip, who is a tuxedo cat and is very long, that he is the sole keeper of
Christmas magic.
So I couldn't breathe, right? I was laughing so hard. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't get it out. I was doing that thing that you do when you're laughing so hard and it's become a bit of an issue. It's like the hiccups. You can't stop. I was going, So what's the solution to that? You go out real quick and you smoke a bowl. You know, maybe it'll bring you down a little bit. You know, you gotta calm down after you've gotten high all day. So it worked. I went back in and I told them. Nobody seemed amused. Until I told them again and got the giggles back. And it wasn't funny that Rascal is the proprietor, the keeper. the creator of Christmas and the magic that goes along with Christmas, they were laughing at me laughing at that. Which, in a lot of ways, describes the entire spirit of this fucking holiday. The end.
So when you were visiting your buddies, did you smoke any weed at all?
A little bit. That's every trip too. I'm surprised I even remembered that story. It's funny. I've been away from New York now for it'll be 8 years in June. Right? I lived out there for 9 years. So like the time I've been back versus the time I was there. Now when I go back, it's like it's kind of like the same thing every time. Like I eat too much pizza. And like we don't stop. We all become like superheroes when we're together. Like me, Nick, and Ian. We could all we get together and it's just bulldozing fields of weed. And while I don't remember a lot of it, good times with those dudes. Always. If you're listening right now, always cherish the cabin. All right. Well. That concludes our Christmas special.
Oh wait, don't you want to do another story?
Nah, not really. It's a miracle that this is even being put out, you know? Because like I said, just fucking ready to quit, you know, for the rest of the year. Just don't want to do anything. But next year when we come back, we're gonna come back strong and. You know, we're talking new equipment. We're talking a little bit more of a professional setup, and we're talking new shows. Not just me. I'm gonna be with other people too. Like I got some ideas for next year. And if you enjoy this, hopefully you'll enjoy that. I hope you enjoy. This was a little different. You know, I kind of gave up on the making stories that sound like horror stories that aren't. That was funny for the first few episodes, but I figured I would deliver this one just like we were hanging out, you know? Like just like we were chilling and hanging out.
Yeah, all of us chilling and hanging out.
Well, you know, that comes with the territory. If you hang out with me long enough, I am going to do silly voices, and I'm going to force you to listen to them because I'm a narcissist and it's all about me. Isn't that right, Ronnie?
Fucking A. All right. I want to get back home to my wife because it's getting late. Ernie, do you have the ray gun?
Yeah, I have the ray gun. You almost slipped into Plump's voice, which is just, further proof that, maybe next time, maybe we'll separate things better. And
Ernie, come on. Don't play fucking What's Wrong with the Show. Do it. I'm ready.
All right. And just keep in mind, I'm only doing this because you fucked up and decided not to deliver on your promise to the people who listen to this show, and you decided to procrastinate. And
Ernie, just do it! I got a double cheeseburger in my truck calling my name. Ooh, yeah.
You're gonna get sued.
I don't care if I get sued. It would be notoriety. Bad press is... there's no such thing as... oh... Good. You did it.
Yep. Oh. No witnesses, right?
Wait a minute. I want to get... Why'd you do that?
I don't know. He might want to be on Swortz's show. Maybe it'd be fun for him to have, a buddy down there.
Yeah. Just like you're my buddy.
I pay you to be my buddy.
No, I work at the mall.
Nobody... The mall has been closed. I set that whole thing up. I've been paying you. You work for me now, damn it. You're my sidekick.
Sidekick? Karloff? Fuck you! Karloff does not deserve to smell my shit!
Alright, just play the fucking music so we can stop this nonsense. I can't believe we're going on with this. We should start our own network, What's taking so long with that music, Plump?
I'm doing it!
And that, I suppose, was the Swortz Dreamboat presents Not Scary Stories presents the Christmas Special presents Swortz Dreamboat and Ernie and Masked Plump and Ronnie all together like a reunion presents.
Hey, asshole, wrap it up.
My name is... And have a merry, merry holiday Christmas. And a happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa Christmas. And a Christmas, and a holiday...
I said wrap it the fuck up. God, why doesn't anybody listen to me? Ugh.